He is the German Shepherd looking dog. I don't know what breed. We'll find out what breed he is. But he's so devoted to Wayne, and he deals well with everybody around here. Today there was a new resident who is transgender and pretty cracked. And Lovey did not like that person. And I said to Wayne afterwards, I've had dogs who liked most everybody, but they could really sense when somebody was very different in a way they didn't understand. So Lovey was barking a lot at that person. So we just had another moment of excitement around any place that works with homeless people. The Haywood Respite Center where I'm staying now, this is like day 10, and it's going to be a while. They won't throw me out. I'm not on Medicare here. It's all covered by donations. And they just don't push you out until you have a good place to go. And I've got so many medical things looking me in the eye, they're not going to push me out till we get some resolution. But Lovey does well with everybody and is very high energy, pacing and chasing balls, but always wanting to know where Wayne is. And Wayne is usually out there somewhere. He does ground stuff. I don't know what he's got many responsibilities around the church. And then when Wayne is in the room, like just now, there was a conference between Pip, our staff person, and Seth, the minister, and Wayne about a little crisis that had happened. And when Wayne is here, he doesn't have to be paying attention to Lovey. Lovey's just happy to know where he is. And I've had dogs shelter dogs, pound puppies with attachment issues, who they did great, except when they didn't know where I was. And Magic, super independent, super athletic dog, would go for long runs. Magic would be gone, would just take himself for a run. One day on South Padre Island, last I knew, Magic was asleep by me out by one of the outdoor tables at a coffee shop. And one of the staff people came through and said, "Oh, I'm so glad to see that Magic is here with you. There's videos up on Facebook, the local group. What anybody know about this dog who's running free on the beach?" The beach was 2 blocks away, and on South Padre Island, Magic could always smell where the beach was. And he had just taken himself for a run, and I was so busy writing, he came back, and I never even realized he had been gone. But he sure didn't like it if he didn't know where I was. So I just was telling Pip, our staff member, in reference to I said, you folks who work with the homeless community here, you're like little ninjas. You have to be ready for any kind of emotionality and sometimes danger. And I was saying that the community paramedics were here. They are a 911 diversion that calls will go to them rather than cops handling them, which is so good. So good. And so when I was complimenting Pip about you just handle all kinds of everything, she says, it's so much easier coming from a homeless person because if somebody acts crazy around you, you go, they probably didn't sleep last night. My friends who work as servers in fancy restaurants where people will pitch a fit because their meal is not quite right, that's much harder. And I told her about my story. One of my favorite way of getting fired from a job was here in Asheville, and I was working at Enmark gas station on Merriman across from the right near the Green Life Grocery where I also worked. And I worked full-time in a little kiosk selling gas and cigarettes, several hundred people a day. And this wealthy woman had tangled up her pump somehow where it just wouldn't work, and I left the kiosk and went around and tried to fix it. Couldn't figure out what she had done to it. I said, I'm going to go back into the booth and see what I can do there. And she says, oh, because you don't know your job, I have to wait around. And I said to Pip, which is what I always say in this story, I swear it's because the person at the next pump was somebody I knew, that as I walked away, I whispered, bitch. And that broad heard me. And she followed me around to the kiosk and was yelling at me through the booth, through the little window. How dare you call me a bitch? And I looked her square in the eye, took a breath, and said, sometimes it just fits. And at the Enmark chain, if you call with a customer complaint, it goes straight to one of the vice presidents. And when I came in the next day, Jim, my boss, who was a rough, tough guy, salt of the earth guy, well, I wasn't good at numbers. I could never would my cash out quite be exact. And I'd always say, Jim will find it. Jim will find what I did wrong. He'll fix it. So when I came in the next day, Jim said, I would never fire you for this. I wouldn't have fired you. We all have our bad moments, and you're a good worker. But the vice president said, he has to go. He has to go. And I was saying, and then Jim would give references for me where he would say, I left that job because of too many late hours. Yeah, working class people, my people. I'm a working class Chicagoan, Irish Catholic working class Chicagoan, and I'm proud of it. I'll never shake it. I don't want to change it for the world. All right, bye.